What's up, y'all? Today we're back in another video. I found some videos that caught my eye. I saw one of his videos, and we're just gonna react to some of
I'm
them.
gonna show you how to season one of these molcajetes. If you want to make sure your molcajete is the real deal, look for little holes. They should be imperfect. There's a lot of fake ones out there made out of concrete, so don't get scammed. And if it's made in Mexico, even better. Dry rice in. Grinding it until it's very fine. This is the first step. Make sure you get all the way up to the balls. And make sure not to forget the other side of the pestle. We want to season the whole thing. Rinse the first round of rice out and then repeat the process all over again. After the second round of rice, we're going to add really coarse salt. Do the exact same thing. Go all around the sides and go on top as well. Rinse all of the salt out, and then we're going to move to the final step. You're going to finish it off with some fresh garlic. Rinse it one final time. Now your molcajete is ready to use. And for the love of everything, do not use soap to clean this. It'll legit erase all the work that we did. And plus, you don't want your food to taste like chemicals. And that's how you basically season one of these molcajetes. Somebody get a molcajete count. I said it like 10 times already. I'm gonna show you how. Let's make some cactus, or in other words, nopales. Use tongs, okay? We're gonna take a knife and we're gonna take this. Just get rid of all those spiny thorns there. So it should go from this to this. No thorns, nice and clean. First step of eating cacti is we're gonna cut the booty off. Now we're gonna cut around the leaf, almost getting all the edges. Let them sit in some water just to make sure that they are actually clean. Now to some boiling water, we're gonna add a good amount of some salt. Just the stems of some cilantro, 1 clove or 1 big clove cut in half of garlic, and then just some pieces of some raw onion go right inside. We're gonna go ahead and boil this for 15 minutes covered on the stove. 20 minutes if you cut them into bigger pieces. Strain all the liquid and remove the onion, the stems, and the garlic cloves. Give your cactus a final wash in some fresh water. And then after that, your cactus is ready to eat. But how do you even eat this? Add diced onion, chile poblano, your delicious cactus, seasoning of choice, and let that develop flavor and color in a little can of some green chilies, a little bit of our nopales, cate, and just a touch of crema, and that's it. Let's make some. Oh no, Guys, if you mix 1 cup of good quality soy sauce and 1 cup of reverse fermented water, half a cup of Japanese sake, 1/4 cup of mirin, set that aside for right now, and 2 cloves of garlic. They have to be crushed though, otherwise it doesn't count. You gotta release the flavors like and maybe not like that, a little lighter. 1 knob of ginger, again, it gotta be crushed, otherwise it won't count. That's where the flavor is. Now this cup too full and making me a little anxious. Add in the garlic, the piece of ginger, fresh green scallion, and 2 pieces of star anise, but we're gonna put some fire to this. Fuego makes it taste deli bueno. What? Now we're gonna bring everything to the pan just to boil it. Now when it reaches the boil, turn the heat off, and I like to just let that cool to room temperature, let the flavors infuse. Write it down, you might forget. I know you might forget. Just like you forgot to drink water today. Yeah, I know. You would have just made the perfect marinade for soy sauce eggs for your ramen, or a marinade for your chashu in case you want to use that for ramen too. 1 recipe for life, no fooling around. Guys, these are tips I learned working at a bakery so that you don't have to. If your recipe calls for room temperature butter, but it's solid as a rock, gather yourself some warm water and throw the stick of butter right inside. Leave it in there until softened. I do for about 10 minutes. Same thing goes for cream cheese and eggs as well. Also, if your egg is floating, it's a bad egg. Throw it out. The best investment you can make is buying one of these oven thermometers. There are so many times my oven has said, I was a hottie. Here's how to make salsa roja without using a molcajete. For this recipe, we're going to use 5 Roma tomatoes. Now cut each of these in half. And last time you guys says my salsa verde was not hot enough, so we're going to be adding 2 serrano peppers, 1 habanero, and 1 jalapeno, and 2 ancho chiles, which are just poblanos that have been dried. Snip off the end to remove the seeds. Cover with a generous amount of oil, and cover 3 cloves of garlic, especially with the oil so that it doesn't incinerate. Char till dark. Halfway into charring, put in your poblano peppers into a jar. Then pour in boiling water to soften them up. This basically is going to thicken our salsa. Get in there. Color equals flavor. Season with a wee bit of salt. No pepper because our toilets. A little bit of onion powder. And 1 packet of chicken bouillon. And a little cilantro to taste. And a little bit of that ancho water. Then serve in your little molcajete. I won't lie to you, habaneros do kind of scare me a little bit. Let's be honest, to any Mexican grandmother, this is about to be mild to them. I regret to inform you guys that after leaving this cast iron pot with my mother, she washed it with dish soap. So, I'm gonna re-season it for you guys. If you're watching this, mama, you better sleep with one of these open. Preheat your oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. The first thing I want to do is try and remove any soap residue that may have been left by scrubbing it with some salt and lime juice, since it is more acidic than lemon juice. Make sure you're not using your regular sponge. Use a separate one because it might have soap on it. Make sure it's completely dry, otherwise it will rust underneath the oil that we put on it. Just to be safe, I'm gonna put this in the oven for 10 minutes. Now that it's completely dry, cover it in a very good high smoke point oil. I don't recommend olive oil because it tends to burn. Try avocado oil or peanut oil. And if you're allergic to peanuts, when it's finished in the oven, it's very important that you leave it to cool in the oven. After that, you're left with a really nice and seasoned pan. If your cast iron is new, you might want to do this a couple times to get the desired result. Save this video in case one day you buy.
Okay, one more.
So I just got our new wok, and I'm gonna show you how to season it. We're gonna wash the outside and the insides to get rid of any debris and any anti-rust seals that they may have put on it. Unlike my molcajete, we're gonna wash this with a little bit of soap and some water. This is how you make fresh salsa in your molcajete. Cut up 1 red onion. You could use white onion, but I just prefer the flavor that the red gives our salsa. Into a pan with no oil, we're gonna put all our onions, 4 Roma tomatoes, 1 jalapeno, 2 if you really like a good kick, and 3 cloves of peeled garlic. If you don't garlic, you don't really have to put it in. Did you really think I was gonna say no garlic? Just go ahead and peel those cloves and put them right inside. Cook your vegetables over some fire until they're about 70% to 80% blackened. This is where the real flavor is. Okay, now moving along to a molcajete. Number 1, your molcajete should not be consistent. It comes from volcanic rock. There will be imperfections. Same goes for the tejolote. Mine just messed up right here. Has a lot of holes in it because of course it came from the volcanic rock. And make sure it was hecho in Mexico. The red onion, and then the jalapeno goes in as well. Some garlic. Now we're gonna season it with some lime juice, pinch of salt, and some cumin as well. Throw in the Roma tomatoes, mix in 1 handful of fresh cilantro. You can serve it right inside the molcajete.
Nice.
Your internet papi's gonna show you how to make some mayonnaise. First, go in with 1 egg. Okay, put that in. Put a little bit of salt. You can add a little bit later. A little bit of some mustard. I personally like the Dijon, but you could use yellow mustard. I'd say like a tablespoon or a teaspoon. All right. Touch of vinegar or lemon juice. Just a little bit. Okay. Then we're gonna crack some black pepper. I like this stuff, so I'm gonna block. Yeah. Then a good neutral oil. I like to use avocado oil. If you don't have that, you can always go ahead and use canola, but I prefer no seed oil. All right, just go in there until your heart starts to hurt a little bit. For those of you that say this is gross, this is what mayonnaise is. You're just not seeing this process. Start at the bottom. You see how I'm going to the bottom? Then turn it on. Yeah, hold up. Slowly make your way up. Because if you go too fast, you're gonna break the mayonnaise, okay? But now, we got the good stuff right here. Ooh. Your internet papi's gonna show you how to make some mayonnaise. First, go in with 1 egg, okay? Here are things you should know that can save your life, your family's life, or even better, the dog. If you're cooking and a fire breaks out, kind of like this right here, with an oven mitt and a lid, deprive it of oxygen. Suffocate it for at least 5 to 10 seconds to make sure that there's no flame going. Yeah, it's too bad that the food burned, but what would you rather have? Your house to burn instead? No. But now let's say, for example, you don't have a lid on hand. You can use salt to smother the flame. Sure, the dish might be heart attack worthy, but again, it's not your house. Now right now, Jose, this is serious business. This method is especially good where a lid won't work if a fire breaks out over your stovetop. And now I gotta clean that up. Even though those methods are incredibly helpful, it's always good to have a fire extinguisher at home. I always recommend it. It's called the pass method. Pull the pin, aim where you want to shoot, squeeze and sweep. In a motion left to right.
Wow.
Here's a dessert that you probably should know how to make already. Creme brulee. And you only need 4 ingredients.
4?
3 egg yolks. Hello? Sugar into the eggs, by the way. Yo, where is creme brulee from? I heard it's from Spain, England, and France. Let me know in the comments what it actually is. For the vanilla, and keep the egg whites for some extra protein. 8 ounces of heavy whipping cream. Now heat this up on your Bluetooth stove until it reaches 180 degrees. Carefully, slowly, you don't want to scramble the eggs. This is called tempering, by the way. Now get yourself a ramekin. This one is good, but this one's better. Put your little creamy weemy in there. Take all those air bubbles out. Be careful, do not get it in the custard. Into the oven at 300 degrees for I'd say about 25 to 30 minutes. Once your creme brulee is nice and jiggly, go ahead and put it in the fridge overnight or for at least 2 hours so it can set. Torch it at an angle so it can caramelize evenly. Oh my gosh.
That looks so good.
Guys, if you take an entire stalk of celery and cut it, clean it of course, and 2 onions, making sure to take off this booty part. Nobody likes the booty. It's okay, doesn't have to be perfect. An entire bulb of garlic cut like this. With the skin on too, there's a theme going on. Ginger, say it with me now. 3 decently sized carrots. Now get something big enough, something that could hold a lot of liquid. All the veggies go in. See what I'm talking about? Small handful of thyme, about the same amount of rosemary, and sage mode with some sage. That's our herbs. Now we're gonna go for our spices. About 2 tablespoons of peppercorns. Where are my bay leaves? 3 bay leaves. Does it do anything? We're just told to add it. Small drizzle of oil. And lastly, but not least, ocean man, take me by my hand. And now we top it off with 12 cups of water from Earth. Get it? Because I'm an alien? I'm legal. After simmering on low for 1 hour with the lid cracked, you would have just made vegetable stock with layers and layers of flavor. Save this video so you're not buying stock from the box anymore. Not that it's bad, but this is better. Guys, if you take
I got the viral
Guys, if you take rice and toast it inside of the oven, along with heck of cinnamon sticks, look at you already trying to guess what I'm about to make. And 1 star anise, that stuff is strong. Stop playing with me, okay? I'm gonna need you to toast this really well until it smells like Latin cinnabon. How are you, by the way? How are you?
Good. I can't see.
I'm glad you're good. It's a little brown and hot, but this is how it's supposed to smell, my olfaction learners. Now, if you choose not to refrigerate this overnight, well, your chocolate's not going to blend properly. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next 12 hours. The last Agua Fresca videos paid for this blender, so thank you. Strain it really good, my boys, okay? We don't want any of those excess chunks in there. Evaporated milk for the silkiness. Some cans of sweet condensed milk. I got grandmas watching that'll get mad if I don't do this. Optional, but not really. A little bit of vanilla. Then we finish it off with a little bit more water. A little bit of ice.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys caught it earlier, but I told you that you guys helped me buy that blender. I wasn't over-exaggerating. It actually did come down to your viewership that helped me. For that, I'm forever grateful, my homie. Cheers. This is how I make salsa in my molcajete. Tomatillos, and they also come with their very own built-in jacket. Get rid of it. One entire...
By the way, these are the most popular videos, if you didn't know.
Jalapeno and serrano pepper. Are there still people who don't like garlic? Because we're adding a whole bunch of it. And ancho chilies. Whole bunch of olive oil. A generous amount of salt. Now you're gonna roast this in the oven until it's nice and charred. You're gonna prepare your molcajete over a flame. Owen, how's your heart doing? I really hope it's okay.
Tortillas.
Add all of that chili goodness with a dash of cumin. Now 20 sprigs of cilantro. Then garnish with a little bit of pineapple and cilantro. When my dad used to have his restaurant, he used to make salsa just like this all the time, and it was so good.
You guys like more chips and salsa or
this
not?
This is how I make salsa in my molcajete.
We have big booty.
If you're a busy person, here are kitchen tips to save you time and money.
We have big booty.
Whoa, oh my
If you're a
gosh.
busy person, here are kitchen tips to save you time and money. You make it once, and then you're all set for the whole week. For a standard mirepoix to your container, halfway gonna be onions, and then 25% celery, 25% carrots. There's absolutely nothing wrong with buying the pre-made mirepoix from the store. The only thing is, with them, you're saving time. But with this, you save time and money. And at the end of it all, you're left with so much more. So it's also bang for your buck. And boom, mirepoix done. That can last you for the week. Or if you decide to freeze it, it'll last you a couple months. Now, if you want to accompany that with some garlic, put heck of garlic into a food processor. Then blend till chunky.
1 million likes, here's another like more.
Add some olive oil to it, and now you've made homemade minced garlic. Listen, if you love pasta and you like to cook it all the time, it's not a crime to pre-cook it for the week. Believe it or not, the restaurant I used to work at used to do this all the time. Heat up some cheese, called it mac and cheese, boom, that's it. Cover in some oil so it doesn't stick. This can last up to a week in the fridge covered. This is a bread machine. No, not the guy behind the bread machine. This white box contraption. Apparently, it's said to make the most perfect loaf of bread you've ever seen. First, we need to go to Goodwill and cop it for only 15 bucks. There's a regular recipe, and then there's also a firm. So I guess this is where we're gonna be making our bread. We're gonna go in with half a cup of water, 3 tablespoons of whole milk. Recipe says 2 cups of bread flour with 1.5 tablespoons of white sugar. Add a tablespoon of everyone's favorite drink, butter. Now make a hole in the middle. 1 teaspoon of our active dry yeast. Now we put our breading mixture right inside of the contraption. Looking like some salchichas. Choose your setting. I'm going with regular basic
I'm
bread.
so sorry.
And then it should be ready
Alright,
in
I
over
fixed it.
3 hours. Please be careful, because you will burn your hand. You
In
might be
a
tempted,
second.
but you have to let it cool before you cut into it. Not gonna lie, this is almost as pretty as you. Alright, let's check that crumb. This is like the white bread you get at the store. What the
For
heck?
real.
Bread machine 100%. I'm in the mood for some spicy acidic water. Clean all your fruits and vegetables, alright? Don't be nasty. Listen,
Wait.
guys, if you put one
Garlic
entire
and
onion
onion
into this life
marinade.
hack, here's how to make salsa verde without using
Salsa
scroll away if you hate
verde.
garlic. Now that we have
Using a
scroll away
beat.
if you hate. Guys, if
That
you
was.
put mad
But
eggs
what
into
is
a
up
food
with these
processor,
YouTube ads,
for bank
dude?
account. This is how to perfect hummus without using chickpeas from
Hummus, RW?
the can. Chickpeas from the can are already cooked, but when they're fresh like this, they're dried, have no liquid in them, and they're raw. Put these boys in a big bowl. Aguacita. This is the sucky part where we gotta wait. I'm gonna let these go overnight. But you guys know me. I don't do part 2, so I'm gonna take my butt to bed. But let's be real, I came back to turn off the camera. Come on, look, come on. They're gonna go from looking like this to this, nearly tripled in size. That is 1 hydrated bean. That is also a hydrated bean. Yeah, silly. Then boil the chickpeas for about 1 hour until they're tender. Then a teaspoon of baking soda just to help it with the cooking process. Foam developing on the top, just scrape that off and keep boiling it. Get as much of the skin off for the creamiest hummus. Add tahini, fresh lemon juice, ice cold water, about 2-3 tablespoons. And I don't think anyone will mind if I added garlic confit with that garlic oil. When you're adding that ocean, always taste. Here's hummus, fresh, delicious, zesty, and that garlic confit really puts a little bit of depth in there. This is how to tell if you're mocha head. I've spent years of my life developing a sauce that can go on literally
Wait. Whoa. From popular to latest.
Let's
RW.
put grandma in a wheelchair this year with the juiciest turkey.
Oh my
Compound butter used to be
gosh.
like a perfume, so go in there with some lemon zest, whole knob of ginger, the zest and juice of 1 orange. It already smells so good, and we're not even done yet. We going in with the big 3: thyme, rosemary, and sage. Really good amount of that ocean. Fresh crack. Now to the turkey. A lot of people forget, but you gotta give it some love on the inside.
Yeah.
Some sage, thyme, and rosemary up in there first. Half an onion for the sweetness, and half a lemon
Looks
to
so weird.
perfume that citrus. Now I'm gonna take that compound butter and massage my turkey. The number 1 thing people say at the table is that the turkey is dry. That's not happening this year. Get up in that turkey, make sure everything is covered. Now we're going in the oven at
Bro, yes, bro.
375 for the first 45 minutes.
That turkey is looking. I wish I had that turkey for Thanksgiving, bro.
65 degrees. That's how you know the whole bird is gonna be done. Now, when that turkey's ready, do not even think about cutting into it right out of the oven. All the juices will spill out, and then you're gonna have a dry turkey. Let's put grandma in. Hey, honey, what are you craving right now?
I want asparagus wrapped in bacon and puff pastry.
Ooh, classic. And as a Hispanic man, you know I
This
gotta
will
take care
be
of my
it
family and make magic out of it.
for
even if
today,
it's just simple
guys.
ingredients. Mama always said that if there's
And
corazón in it,
peace.
then it'll be
See you
great.
in the next
Y'all don't tell
video.
the
Stay
asparagus what it's
dedicated.